Now just remember, I don't want this demonetized, guys.
No swearing, dude. Don't swear on us.
You're on live.
To get into for like 3 months.
And we've already got one person viewing the stream. Ooh, I'm excited. I don't know who dat. I haven't got chat turned on, so I can't see. It's all right. They've gone again already.
Understandable, I'm just talking shit. And Jude. Jude's camera
Yeah, there we go.
Good, mate. Good. How you going? Ready for tonight?
Never.
This is actually live, by the way.
So, yeah, I'll just be happy to do first 20 minutes. As long as I can last longer than last week.
Better every week, mate. You've been better every week. This week you're going to finish, yeah?
That's the goal.
Travel around, just come on through the gate. Stay on the northern side, Sue on the southern side, please.
I checked up the pool. Yeah. I'm not sure if it was that much or I checked up the
Look, I might try.
That's the way.
Big A grade tonight.
If I can just have your attention, because we'll get underway shortly.
I'm good because
Can we just have some quiet, please? Thanks, guys. Okay, we'll look to get you underway as quickly as we can. Free grade is just finishing up. Alright, let's try this for the third time. Usual rules, into from the witches' hats, around this corner and to the white arrow, neutral. Please keep your left foot up, otherwise I have high risk of striking the pedal and ending up on the deck. Protect the front wheel, make sure that you've got an escape route for it. If you see anything that's a hazard occurring, please pass that through the bunch so that everybody's aware of it. If it's even someone slowing down a little bit quicker than expected, to communicate that amongst yourselves, make sure everybody's aware. Sprinting, there will be an intermediate sprint for A grade, and on the final, as you're approaching the finish line, please follow the road. So as the road curves to the left, you go to the left. When it goes to the right, you go to the right. Don't try and straight line it, otherwise people get squeezed into the gutter. Favourite from Simon, hands on the handlebars at all times. If you do happen to get dropped, you're welcome to keep going around, but please keep left, and you can join into your bunch when they come past again if that's the case. C grade, you'll have some marshals following you in vests. They will warn you when A grade's coming. They may need to neutralise you, in which case stay behind the lead marshal
Just sit there, will be
until told to go again.
okay,
Race times, A grade would be something like 34, 35 minutes plus 3 laps, because we've got some extra time. And C grade will be somewhere around probably 27 minutes plus 3 laps. Simon will give you the finals on that.
It was really good.
Hello riders. I think you know I'm famous for making things up as I go along. That's the game piece. Oh, I'm holding the peddler gear in there, but I've got some peddler gear. Got a few increments left for an intermediate sprint at some stage. Might even go for 2. And just to confuse the hell out of everybody, but Mark O'Brien seems to know what I'm doing. Sometimes him and his mates are so strong, they've already blasted away from the main field by the time I get to the top up, so I've done the B grade presentation. So I make up my own rules, I can sprint for the main field. Doesn't make any sense, but it's fun from the sidelines, and it means the mere mortals still get a bit of a challenge. A grade, as we said, we'll go for aim for about 35 minutes plus 3 laps, plus an intermediate sprint. Any questions, A? Be nice, communicate clearly, and apparently you're on some sort of live stream. Some magic internet thing that I don't really understand. Red tube. Yeah, so that's all right.
Demonetized! Demonetized!
And yes, we'll do an intermediate sprint as well, and I'll make it at least 25 minutes. But we've got the luxury of a little bit of daylight and not another event after yours. So I'm going to be a bit rubbery with the time. In fact, I didn't even write down the time that I'll let the other lot go. But at least 25 minutes, maybe 27 plus 3 laps. Neutral into and through the turn, hands stay on the handlebars at all times. Any questions?
Don't run me over.
Yeah, don't run over the cameraman. Thank you. See you in a while. Be nice.
Okay, there you go. A and C grade are off, and C grade is making their way up the hill right now. That's the first time they're going up the hill. A grade should make their appearance around the corner in a moment. A grade usually start off pretty hot at Hawthorn, so if you're into watching crits, you'll see A grade are already going to be starting to move into their groups and into their positions. Mark O'Brien's already off the front, it looks like. Is that Mark O'Brien or is that...
Number 200 is 4D.
No, it is in form. There's Terence Hoare. The rest of the peloton coming around. And that's lap number 1 of around about 29, 28 laps before they get their 3 to go. So, took a bit of time to get them off today. Started off at 6:43 instead of at 6:40 on the dot. So we do the math on that, we end up with 7:13, 7:18, yeah, 7:18. So we'll finish at 7:18 plus 3 laps. And it's about a minute 6 a lap, minute 8 a lap for A grade. Going to do a bit of cooling here because A grade's coming past. So A grade's already coming out and about. Rolling C grade, rolling C grade. That's C grade's first lap around. A grade take no prisoners. They are motoring out there already. So what we'll do is we normally go around the front. We normally follow the cyclists around the same direction they go. We're going to go backwards today. Shorten the amount of time between laps when we see them. So it's about a minute 6 a lap. Once they split up a wee bit and a few drop and there's a bit of a difference between each one, that'll change things up a wee bit. And then we'll end up with a more flowing race with more riders on the course at the same time, or visible throughout the race. This is A grade again, coming up. As you can see, they're coming up in a moment. There we come. Broken up into two groups already, just starting to get a bit of distance between them. The corners where you get the most distance into the breaks. If you've got a small group, you can get around that corner a lot quicker, the hairpin. Otherwise, it's a bit of a journey. And if you're not careful on the corner, you end up doing a lot of speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. This area is known as the teardrop. In Kew, just below us, across the other side of the river, is Abbotsford. So we're right at the edge of Kew, and this is all part of the Kew Boulevard. The road itself, we call it Kew Boulevard, but it's really called Yarra Boulevard, the road. Here's A-grade again. Definitely heating up. So let's get some times on A-grade. If I can pull up my stopwatch. C-grade coming through. There we go, stopwatch. So I'm just going to continue down here. Starting the stopwatch. Pelton's definitely keeping a good strong pace. We want to stay at the spot and see how long it takes for them to come back round. At the moment we're at 20 seconds now. Some other things I can tell you about this area is it's well known for snakes and lizards during summer. They stay out and about until the end of March. Here comes C-grade again. C-grade is starting to develop a pointy head, and looks like one of the young blokes. He's 22 years old. He's just starting racing here. He's developing a bit of a following for the racing, and he's enjoying it a lot, so you know, got to encourage that. He's one of the marshals from C-grade. A-grade coming, and Mark O'Brien has finally just gone off the front. Terence Hoare, that was 1 minute and 19 seconds. We shall continue on down. So that's not absolute highest speed yet. And of course, they're still warming up. Yeah, it's as we're talking, snakes and lizards are quite well known around here. They actually sometimes sun on the road, so you come around on your bike and suddenly there's a lizard in the middle of the road just sitting there. Best thing if you come across them is to just stamp your foot down on the ground. Stop the bike and stamp your foot on the ground a couple of times. That usually scares them off. They feel the vibrations or bounce your bike. Here they come again. This is C-grade again. They're actually starting to warm up now, so C-grade's starting to make a bit of a move. A grade is starting to split up and sort themselves out. No, they're not. They're actually all back together again. So guys, you down for the racing today? They are. They're looking like the fun. You're actually live at the moment. We're doing a test live broadcast.
To who?
So
Who's it like to?
on YouTube.
Oh.
So this weekend we've got the Mansfield race, and I'm doing all the live broadcasting. So
Really?
yeah, so getting all excited about that. Plus watching the A grade guys racing. A and C grades on there right now. So the guys you just saw going past at very high speed was A grade.
Yeah.
C grades are all it's starting to warm up as well.
Oh, they're all warm up. Yeah,
Well, no, they're not on warm up, but they're starting to warm up and warm into it. So,
okay. Yeah.
so C grade should be coming around that corner right about literally any second now, with a bit of luck. It's about 1:20 at the moment for A grade and about 1:35 for C grade. So there's a huge difference between the grades.
Yep.
Here they come. So C grade is still mixing it up a wee bit. A grade coming! A grade coming! And then we've got the A grade guys. These guys are not mucking around. They are going to pass C grade for the third time this race.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And the C grade move over.
They have to, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, good question, by the way. It's good for this. So what happens is someone will let the back of C grade, or they hopefully notice that A grade's on their way, like they just heard me yelling out A grade coming, and they'll start to tell their group to move over, and then it's up to everyone else to come on, keep it going. It's up to everyone else then to tell everyone else to move over. I shouldn't say this, but I will say this. A grade, you're quite safe to be around. They're a very safe group to be around.
Yeah.
Kerry, come on, mate. Whereas C grade can be a little bit dicey. Like I normally wouldn't stand in front of C grade when they're leaving from the start. But bit wobbly, a little bit unsure. Whereas A grade, I can stand right in the middle. If a cyclist goes right in front of me, right there, and he looks at me, he'll move out of the way straight away. Oh, look at Cycle House, beautiful. So effectively, it took an entire lap for A grade to pass C grade just then. But that's the third time they've passed C grade, I think.
So if A and C are together, then they put B and D together, do they?
That's right, yeah.
How come they don't do like A and B and then C and D?
Oh, too close together as far as the grades go.
Too similar.
B is actually capable of doing the same speeds as A, but not the same skill.
Yeah. Okay.
So, sorry guys. As Uncle Roger would say, sorry children. So B grade, so if they let them both go at the same time, if they actually manage to get onto each other,
B will just tag along.
B would just tag along, even though they're not allowed to. They would happen naturally or organically.
Yeah.
So you've got to put the grades as far away from each other as you can. So A, C, B, D gives the guys at the start, they're about to come around again.
Yeah.
Gives the guys at the finish line a chance to see who's actually placing.
Separate,
Yeah. So in about 3, 2, 1, there we go. Bernie, Matt Ross is not racing today. He's actually hoping to race next week. Get back on him, Kerry, come on. These guys are doing approximately 30 minutes, 25 minutes plus 3 laps, and A grade are doing 35 minutes plus 3 laps. So A grade will do just on 40 minutes because 3 laps they'll do easily in 5 minutes. Yeah. B grade, C grade, sorry, will do closer to the same time because their laps per lap is a little bit slower.
Yep.
So.
Very technical question. Do you know, like, how do they rate the grades? In like watts per kilo or something?
No, purely on how good you are in previous races. So,
starts in D.
yeah, everyone starts in D. unless you're absolutely adamant that you should be above. And again, sorry children, Zwifters usually end up going quickly through the grades with no skill.
Oh, yeah.
So if you do a lot of Zwifting, or training on Zwift, you'll have the power, but you won't have the ability. And we've seen that come to dramatic sequences in racing. Do you Zwift, do you? Or?
A little bit. I grew up racing motocross, so I've probably got a bit
Oh no,
of
you'll be
mechanical
fine.
skill.
You'll be fine.
But yeah, I don't do a lot of outdoor riding at the moment.
Cadell Evans, one of Australia's best racers, started up doing BMX, so you know, mud racing. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to keep walking around. Enjoy it. Say bye. See. Oh, I don't know what TJ's FTP is at the moment, but it should be back up to where it was. He's getting ready for Mansfield. Here they come again, and as you can see, they're coming off that bottom corner extremely quickly. And it looks like A grade's already breaking out to astonishing levels. So what else can I tell you about the teardrop? It's used by Hawthorn and by veteran racing. Hawthorn's always wins their nights down here during daylight savings. Seagrave coming down that hill, and they're actually chopping it down that hill, doing great speeds. This is one of the toughest races. It's every time you get to the bottom of the hill, you've got to go into a hairpin corner and then climb back up. And that hairpin corner is, it's a tough corner to come out of and then go straight up into a hill. So as you may have seen on the test shooting I was doing, it almost looks flat. Here they come again. Looks like that drop group has actually caught up. Go through a bit of the shrubbery. Yeah, it's an unforgiving course. So over and over again, dipping and climbing, and it's relentless, and it can really get to you. You usually see half the field gone before the end of the race. Coming around this corner is so nice and quick. We've just come off from where the finish line is, where you see the finish line soon, and we're going down around the corner at great pace. Also, I can tell you there's a lot of walking tracks around here, a lot of mountain bike tracks around, bike tracks everywhere. Yeah, the drop group's got back on again. So there's a couple of likely lads using the mountain biking course. Well, watch out guys, there's a live road here, live race, and they're coming down quick. Last thing you want to see is a couple of mountain bikers coming out the side with their...
Definitely.
Do you want to know where it's clear? Come up here. Hang on, stay there. They're coming right now. Goody. Okay. Now we've got another grade coming around as well, so hang on. You're welcome to go across and you're welcome to use it. They're coming around right about now. There you go. This is the fast group. There's another track down the bottom, or you can go down around and come back the other track over the other side. Cheers, guys. Let's have a look. I missed some of that chatting there. Yeah, I've always had a tough time, Bernie, at Hawthorn. I stopped racing Hawthorn in 2013, I think it was. And it's usually there's a marshal just over here that keep an eye for that crossover. I'm not sure where the marshal is today. Oops, bit of a shocking angle there. Sorry about that. And A-Gray's coming straight around behind him. I thought A-Gray should be just about back again. Looks like TJ's moving up again. Yeah, and downside of it is you don't really hear the riders coming around the corner until they're on top of you either. So, but I don't think we've ever had a calamity here yet. So, fingers crossed, knock on wood. Oh, that was my head. We should be fine. And the other problem today is, of course, we're getting closer to the end of, or getting closer to autumn. Sorry, the end of autumn. We're getting closer to the end of daylight savings. That's the words I'm looking for. And as we get closer to that, the sun's a bit longer, the shade's a bit denser, and you're going in and out of sun to darkness, to sun to darkness all the time. Here's someone sitting down casually having a breather. Enjoying the racing?
Yep.
Excellent.
Flags just in case.
Flags just in case. There you go. There's one of the marshals there. Yeah, there was a... Ooh. A couple of mountain bikers before jumping up the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little bit further around the corner. I don't know. I usually saw the marshal sitting over there rather than here.
I'm kind of watching them come down this one.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose if they're going to go across that one, they're going to come pelting down this one. Yeah. As I say, Bernie, we've never had an incident yet, as far as I'm aware. I hope, knock on wood.
Sometimes people are looking at their phones, like walkers. They come to the track and they're looking at their phone. Like,
Oh, yeah, I've actually seen that a bit too. Yeah, so if you're near an active race track, don't look at your phone. It's not the time to look at your phone. Stop to tweet. So now we're heading up towards the finish line. So we're going up the hill. As we get to the top of the hill, it flattens out into a nice level section for a bit. So A grade, it's all back together again. No one's getting away this week. No one's going to let anyone get away. Marshals are having a drink from C grade. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Remember that, kids. C grade has picked up the pace a little bit. That was Kerry coming around. He marshalled D grade, I think, to warm up, and then jumped onto A grade. It's a tough day in the saddle for that. And as I say, the sun's coming around. It's actually dark here. There's the finish line just ahead of us. No one's letting anyone get away in A grade this week. It's a tough day in the saddle. There you go, I'm at the top of the hill now. C grades coming around, they're still together. Kiri's going to have a chat now and sit back a wee bit. There you go, top of the hill. There you go, Bernie.
This is live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta do my hair.
Bernie, here's Matt Ross for you right now, mate. He's not racing this week, but we did hear something on the grapevine. What did we hear on the grapevine earlier, Matt?
We'll see how we go, but I got a stress test tomorrow, and then if it goes all good, I might race next week. Yeah.
Excellent. And we should see you down here for the Easter crit as well.
Yeah, I'll be here competing, probably not, but we'll see.
Well, it's good to see you getting closer.
Yeah. I'll be back soon.
Yes, Bernie. He's not with Cyclast anymore. He's moved over to Bridge Lane now.
Yeah.
He does look spick and smack in his Bridge Lane kit, although he did look much better in the pink kit. I'll admit that.
Blue's my favourite colour. It used to be pink, now it's
I can't say it's not our favourite colour because it's the colour that I have the our logos in. Now, I did notice Kiri did do the warm up earlier on D grade.
Yeah.
Did that bite him in the butt? Did it?
Don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Have to ask him.
Yeah.
Because he looked pretty good for it when he was doing this marshalling.
Yeah. I mean, you would hope so. Great.
But oh, here we go. Yeah, and Bernie, that question you had about the hell ride, I do want to do the entire hell ride on GoPro, but we need to have an extra battery and make sure it's not too heavy because the hell ride is not a race. It's not a race. Matt, is the hell ride a race? No.
Yeah, it's a race.
No.
Just get an e-bike and then set cameras up on it.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, and then a bunch of batteries. And
I reckon I'd be safe in the hell ride, safer than just on the road with cars, personally. So I could do that. But we will have to have a chat with Kiri after this. So this is the peanut gallery up here. Now the guys are all placing their bets on who's going to win A grade. Actually, I got that wrong. They're all placing their bets on who's going to win C grade. Who's going to win C grade, guys?
Ross McClellan.
Ross McClellan. What's he wearing?
Bright green mat.
Bright green mat.
Yeah.
What about A grade? Who's going to win A grade this week, guys? Marco. I don't know. No one's letting him get away. Absolutely no one's letting him get away. Come on, T. All right, so who out of you two, who do you think's going to win A grade?
I might jump in.
You might jump in?
Yeah.
You got 28 laps to catch up with them and you can do your race lap.
No, I'm at a disadvantage at the start, so.
Oh, okay, all right. Hey Simon, Matt Ross is going into the race now. Is that okay from the marshal's point of view? Oh, I think he's gone silent on the issue there. We're going to assume no.
Who's going to win? Rifle Noodle, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah, unless Marco's...
Noodle took it out on St Kilda the other day, so...
If it's a sprint, I reckon Noodle or Raph. Unless Marco gets away, but it doesn't look like he's going to.
I reckon these guys are about to have A grade behind again.
4 laps. Just take it easy on this lap because A grade's coming really fast. Just go easy. Keep an eye out for A-grade. Go through if you can. Keep swimming. Go through C-grade.
That was an extremely relaxed hill climb. Then I think A grade were coming quick.
Backed off a tiny bit. They were going about 98%. I wanted them to go 101.
Now Simon, tell us what's the importance of A grade getting around these guys with 4 laps to go.
So that then C grade gets a fair finish. C grade can get a fair uncluttered finish, but I didn't want them to stay out till it got dark. That's why I had to ask them to slow down a bit, and why I asked A grade to go hammering.
Go hammer and toe, yeah.
So that then I can give C grade a fair, clean 3 to go.
Now we have to clear off the road now because C grade's coming back up. Dogs and cycling, they belong together and yet they don't. Don't worry, I have a dog as well. And I say the same thing about our dog. They belong together and yet they don't. Oh, it did work.
Well done. Thanks for passing so cleanly.
We don't know that. We haven't seen C grade yet.
Okay, you can race. Racing, racing. Go, go, go.
Do you want me to do the 3 laps to go thing for you? Here you go. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go. Come on, boys. See, Simon doesn't need a megaphone when Edward's at the top of the hill. Is that what we're saying as well down here? You know, I usually order my coffee from here before I go down to Fairfield and get it, don't you?
Oh,
Oh, 3 laps to go. He's making the call to his bookie. The call's going through to the bookie. You can bet on anything in Australia, guys. You can bet on anything, even the criteriums.
what are the odds you got for Ross?
For Ross,
Yeah.
Matt Ross, he's right there.
Ross McClellan.
Oh, Ross McClellan. Oh, sorry, Matt.
C grade.
Oh. Are you sure? They bloody well should. Haven't you got the record for the maximum number of wins in a row down here? Maybe.
Not this season, though.
No, you know what the problem is? You're wearing the wrong kit now.
Join a different team and takes me out. Move up, Ross, move up!
What number's Ross?
Oh, I don't know. Lime green jersey.
He's on this bike.
He's on that bike. Fuck, he's not that good if he's left the bike there. Oh, he's really good. Yeah, he's really good. Is he doing it in cleats still?
Tim, can I get you to put your jacket back a minute? We're just trying to confirm what you look like with what we see in the photo.
What do you need?
Yeah, I reckon he was 4th. Thanks, Tim.
Your bike is black, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the black one on the black bike, yeah.
This race is starting to really heat up. Noodles actually got himself in a good position there in the middle of the peloton. C grades should be getting themselves.
I'll have a look. On the camera it was still really close, but
So this is the last lap for C grade. So after this, Ah, 260. 260. Yeah, hang on, I'll just ring my bookie.
the camera confirms what we took the photos of down there. So.
Okay, yes, can I take the money off 260, please? Yep, I want to take the money off 260. Anywhere else, I don't care. Anywhere else. Thanks, mate. There you go. I just pretended to ring my bookie, and as far as the camera goes, it doesn't know any difference. So A grade should be coming around the corner any second because they're trying to get a breakaway started, and they are really, Inform are really trying to push to get that breakaway started.
Work you.
A grade's going to be coming up real quick in a sec. Here they come. No, A grade still can't form a breakaway. This is. Oh, you weren't on the phone to your bookie? You weren't on your phone to your bookie?
Oh, no.
No, no. Kerry, C grade's coming up for the finish.
That's good. Any results you got? What is that? A grade it.
I could hear them, Simon, but I couldn't see them. Thanks, mate. So that's it. C grade's finished. Who won C grade? Sorry? 264. So now it's only A grade on the course now. C grade will have pulled off down the bottom of the track. Now, in between, oh, Mark O'Brien has jumped off the front. Now, Kerry, was checking before, you're in D grade doing the marshalling.
Yeah.
Looks like, did you maybe do a little bit too much riding in D grade before A grade tonight?
Yeah, I was attacking too much marshalling and burnt the legs up.
Did you win the marshal race in D grade?
Yeah, I beat Doyle, which was awesome.
Oh, you excellent. Good, well done.
This live stream?
It is live
Where's
stream.
it live stream to? Facebook?
YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't use Facebook.
Hey, Pat.
I'm not a boomer. Not a boomer.
Hey, Mum.
And you'll be able to get to it later on as well. Oh,
I reckon
hang
I'm
on.
the most televised person here now.
Oh, and hi, buddy, to everyone. Bernie Sanders.
Hey, baby.
Bernie Sanders.
He's in deep thought. What are we doing? How many more minutes for C grade? Whoa.
I reckon let's take tonight.
They should be coming around any second. For A grade. Here they come. 3 laps to go! 3 laps to go! 3 laps to go! No boot up time for my voice.
I pushed all the wrong buttons.
With like ECG and
Yeah, that ended up being 36 minutes plus.
The
36 and a bit.
Oh, oh yeah, well over. Okay, now because A grade's all bunched up together and are the last ones on the course, anyone that's usually in A grade will have pulled off by now. So now we're just going to be left with just the last of the A graders on the course. Simon, our chief commissaire here, is getting ready for the finish line, at the finish line right now. We've got
I stretched their time a bit because I didn't want them hammering when C grade was on their cool down lap and dawdling around talking to each other.
So basically we end up with 40 minutes for A grade, plus 3 laps to go. Yeah, close to 40 minutes. They should be coming up now, right now. 2 laps. Two laps to go.
Two more. Just two. 2 more. 2.
2.
What? I should have said something more polite. I forgot. I'm being like...
The only word I'm worried about doesn't start with anything a cyclist should be saying, except if they're describing a motorist that does an awfully close pass. And we all know that word. Okay, so we're coming up to the bell lap, so let's move back behind the finish line. Got someone balancing on the edge here today. He's on the edge. He's in his Rafa kit. Well, Rafa top. So A-grade should be coming around now for their last lap, their final lap. All right. I'd say that Marco's probably been caught up again. I would say that no one's going to let Marco take this race today. Should be coming up in about, or we should see them in about 3, 2, 1, 0, and right on time. Look at that. Come on, Terence, you can do this one. Marco's on the back of it, so he definitely did do what I asked him to do. Marco definitely did make the race today interesting. So I've got to thank him for that. So I did ask Marco to make the race interesting, and with Marco at the back of the peloton now. So this gives us the widest view down here now for the last lap as they come around.
Now, how do I do this to your approval?
Yeah, no, I think. Yeah, I don't like it because you sort of.
I'm going to get in your way.
Yeah, you might have it.
You want me to go over there?
And we're getting ready now. They're going to come around. It's going to be a bunch finish. It's going to be interesting. So everyone watching right now should find this interesting.
3, 4 again.
Okay, 1, 2.
And I'll just film everyone.
Yep.
Don't ask me to bring it back up again. I have to wait about half an hour for it to come through.
It's all right. We've got the technology.
There we go. No, it's in form. I think it might have been Raf that took it, followed by Aidan Buttigieg. I'm not sure who got third. Hey, Matt, who got third? Yeah, I saw Terence and Rob sitting at the back having a chat with each other, talking about their strategy for the weekend. May have been, I'm not sure. I wasn't watching closely enough. Hey, good mate. You're live. You're currently live.
Am I live?
You are live.
I've had the most TV time out of everyone.
Yeah, well,
I'm just sitting here.
I had to do something because with the Warney race, Terence had the most TV time.
Yeah, I've avoided that.
I've honestly never heard Terence's name said so many times on TV in my life. Well, there you go, everyone. That's the end of the race today, and that's the end of the courage I'm going to give today. So we're going to head back down the hill now along with everyone else and see if we can get a dink down the hill. Anyone going to give me a dink?
Yeah, go on.
Jump on?
Jump on.
Yeah.
Handlebars only.
Handlebars. They look like carbon, mate. I don't think you're aware of my weight.
It's all carbon.
So thanks very much for joining us today, everyone, and we will see you on the weekend doing live broadcasts for everything Mansfield.